In a thorough interview, the VP of HYBE-ADOR addresses allegations of sexual harassment and workplace bullying that have recently surfaced within the company. HYBE and its subsidiary ADOR have been at the center of various controversies in the entertainment industry, including claims of sexual harassment cover-up and workplace bullying. To provide a summary, an employee, referred to as B, has accused Vice President A of ADOR of making aggressive remarks and engaging in erotic harassment during work-related interactions. B, who identifies as the victim, has taken to an anonymous social media platform to continue exposing these allegations. Here are excerpts from the interview with Vice President A, who is the subject of the accusations made by B. Questions. You've been described as Min Hee-jin's right-hand person. How do you respond to that characterization? Answer. I only joined the company on February 1st of this year, so it's perplexing to be labeled as her right-hand person. Even during my time at HYBE, I had minimal interaction with CEO Min Hee-jin and was not closely acquainted with her. The notion of being her right-hand person emerged in articles speculating about internal power dynamics, which I find bewildering. Recently, I came across false reports suggesting that I received 3 billion won and altered my statements. It's disheartening to witness the fabrication of such narratives, especially as HYBE's internal investigation questioned why I would risk my career for someone I barely knew, indicating their awareness that I do not hold the position of her right-hand person. Question. Could you elaborate on your role at HYBE and your decision to transition to ADOR? Answer. My tenure at HYBE spanned 4 years, primarily in a finance role. I faced immense pressure from my superiors, which resulted in a panic attack that required hospitalization. This incident prompted my decision to depart from the company. Subsequently, earlier this year, I learned of ADOR's search for another vice president, and a friend recommended me for the position. I viewed this as an opportunity to gain experience in label operations. However, it is distressing and unbelievable to now be targeted by the same company where I dedicated a significant portion of my career. Question. Let's address the allegations of sexual harassment. B has accused you of misconduct. How do you respond to these claims? Answer. I vehemently deny any allegations of sexual harassment. B alleges that I invited her to an unwelcome drinking event, citing her status as a young female employee, which purportedly made her uncomfortable. However, I never used such language. The gathering in question was a work-related event, and B had specific responsibilities related to event feedback, long-term planning, and partnerships. Question. Can you recount the events of the day in question? Answer. The initial plan was to dine at a Chinese restaurant and subsequently visit a store. Due to the restaurant being fully booked, we opted for an izakaya instead. I had informed B in advance that she had the option to leave early, providing her with 3 choices. 1. Depart together. 2. Finish the meal before leaving. Or 3. Conclude the meal, browse the store, and then depart. I was taken aback when B later accused me of erotic harassment, especially coinciding with her resignation. Question. Did HYBE's HR department formally notify you of the sexual harassment investigation? Answer. The investigation determined that proving erotic harassment was challenging. Question. What were the findings regarding the workplace bullying investigation? Answer. Similarly, the investigation could not substantiate claims of workplace bullying. Question. B has asserted that you were the sole individual to provide her with a negative evaluation, leading to discrepancies in evaluation outcomes. Answer. During the 6-month probationary period, 2 evaluations are conducted every 3 months. Upon my arrival, B had already received an unsatisfactory midterm evaluation. Question. Reports suggest that you extended another job offer to B post-resignation. Is this accurate? Answer. When CEO Min Hee-jin proposed reconciliation, I sought an amicable resolution. I suggested finding an alternative role for B that would not entail direct collaboration with me. While B initially expressed interest, she ultimately declined the offer. Question: if you maintain your innocence, why did you recently issue an apology? Answer: upon reflecting on my communication methods, I extended the apology as a gesture of solace to a former subordinate. I also found it distressing to be embroiled in this public dispute. I believed that B might be experiencing similar emotions, prompting me to reach out from a moral standpoint. Question: there have been reports indicating that you retracted your apology. Is this accurate? Answer: as previously mentioned, the apology was not intended as an admission of guilt. However, I was taken aback when headlines suggested otherwise. I clarified that the apology did not constitute an acknowledgement of wrongdoing. B distorted the narrative by selectively presenting portions of the message, framing it as a retraction. Question: are you contemplating legal action against B? Answer: the sudden labeling of me as a workplace bully and sexual harasser has been deeply unsettling. Upon requesting B to retract her Instagram posts and correct misinformation, she accused me of attempting to silence her and urged me to take any necessary action. Consequently, I believe pursuing legal recourse is imperative to restore my reputation. Question: B has reportedly lodged an additional 11 complaints of workplace bullying. Answer: indeed, I was informed that 7 complaints were filed before B's departure, with an additional 11 following her resignation. I perceive this volume of complaints as excessive. As a vice president in title, not a board member, I hold a comparable position to B as an employee. I possess the agency to raise concerns, and this situation has deeply troubled me. Question: could you provide further context on these matters? Answer: during a salary adjustment discussion, I openly highlighted the need for a review due to B's higher earnings compared to mine. Her dismissive query regarding my comparatively lower salary was hurtful. Additionally, the lengthy messages purportedly showcasing admiration for the CEO, as conveyed by B, were in reality laden with derogatory remarks about me, which was a jolting revelation. B had been disparaging me behind my back while feigning respect and learning from me in person. Question: this is a serious ordeal that could impact your professional trajectory. Why did you not address these issues sooner? Answer: despite feeling profoundly aggrieved, I refrained from engaging in conflict as an individual lacking significant influence. Initially, I did not perceive the need for a response as the sexual harassment allegation was debunked and the matter was seemingly resolved through reconciliation. However, B resurfaced, branding me as a perpetrator of sexual harassment and workplace bullying. Faced with baseless accusations, I could no longer remain silent. Fabricated claims have the potential to obliterate an individual's life. In this scenario, I am the aggrieved party, not B. Question: do you have a message for B? Answer: rather than statements, I have numerous questions. If B genuinely experienced incidents of erotic harassment and bullying in the workplace, why did she opt for social media disclosure instead of pursuing legal recourse? Despite initially expressing a desire for reconciliation, why did she escalate the situation by submitting 11 additional complaints following the dismissal of prior claims? Why is she disseminating false information to vilify me? Furthermore, how are these narratives swiftly capturing media attention? This departure from my typical experiences prompts significant reflection. Question: any concluding remarks? Answer: I implore for a cessation of the unwarranted scrutiny of my private messages. The proliferation of misinformation has resulted in a distorted portrayal of events. The heightened scrutiny and false narratives perpetuated by a prominent entity are profoundly unsettling.